Hello everyone, this is Praveen Chittoju again from TimeChamp. Today we will discuss about what is employee monitoring system. Also we will discuss about the complete guide to workforce visibility in 2026. Before 2020, workforce visibility was simple. Walk the floor, see who is at the desk, observe collaborations in the real time. Only 5.7% of American workers were remote full-time. Today, that number has exploded between 35 to 45% working hybrid or full remote. And here is what most organizations did not anticipate. The management playbook that worked for decades suddenly became obsolete. A 120-person software firm in Austin told us that after going hybrid, their project managers had no reliable way to verify if team members were working contracted hours, how time was allocated across client projects, or where bottlenecks were forming until deadlines were already missed. This visibility gap is not just a management inconvenience. Research shows organizations lost an average of 3.2 hours per employee per week, which is untracked, unpredicted time without accountability systems. For a 50% team, that's 160 hours weekly, 4 full-time employees worth of lost output. Am I correct? Yes. This is exactly why employees monitoring platform moved from nice to have a business critical infrastructure. So what does effective workforce visibility actually looks like? Let's break it down. Before 2020, workforce visibility was simple. Managers could walk the floor, see who was at their desk, observe collaborations in the real time, and gauge productivity through their observations. According to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, only 5.7% of American workforce worked remotely full-time before the pandemic. Then everything changed. By 2023, that number had exploded to somewhere between 35 and 45% of knowledge workers operating in hybrid or fully remote arrangements. And here is what most organizations did not anticipate. The management playbook that worked for decades suddenly became obsolete. Let me give you a concrete example. A 120-person software development firm in Austin told us that before their team went remote, their project managers knew exactly who was working on what, who was stuck, and who needed support. They could see it. After going hybrid, those same managers reported they had no reliable way to verify if team members were actually working their contracted hours, how time was being allocated across the client projects, or where bottlenecks were forming until deadlines were already missed. This is not just anecdotal frustration. A 2023 study by Gartner found that 60% of managers reported feeling less confident about their remote employees' productivity levels without monitoring tools in place. And that lack of confidence has real business consequences. Poor workforce visibility creates 3 critical cost centers. Let's see that. And here is the problem with the tool most companies tried first. Project management platforms like Asana or Monday shows you task completion but not actual work behavior. Self-reported timesheets are notoriously unreliable, with studies showing a 40% variance from actual time spent. Am I correct? Yes. Maybe you also felt that. Video call check-ins give you a snapshot, but no continuous operational insights. Managers were left flying blind, making decisions based on incomplete information, gut feelings, and hope. This visibility gap is not just a management inconvenience. It's a fundamental operational risk that affects profitability, client relationships, team performance, and regulatory compliance. And that's exactly why employee monitoring platform like TimeChamp moved from nice to have a business critical infrastructure for distributed teams. Yes. So what exactly is employee monitoring software? It is, at its core, employee monitoring software is a category of workplace analytics tool that automatically tracks computer activity, application usage, and work patterns, which provides managers with objective data on how employees spend their work hours. Technically, it works like this. A lightweight software agent gets installed on employees' workstations, whether that's a laptop, desktop, or a virtual machine. This agent runs quietly in the background, capturing data points throughout the workday: which applications are open and which websites are visited, how long each window stays active, periods of keyboards and mouse activity versus idle time, and depending on configuration, periodic screenshots are metadata about the document titles and communication patterns. All of this data flows to centralized database, usually cloud-based, where it is processed, categorized, and tuned into dashboard that managers and admin can actually use. Instead of guessing whether your remote developer in Aston is productive or your customer service team in Manila is handling ticket volume efficiency, you get objective activity data. Interesting? Yes. Now it's important to understand what employee monitoring software is not. It's not just time tracking. Tools like Toggle or Harvest requires every employee's manually start and stop timers. That's fine for billing hours, but it tells you nothing about what happened during those hours. Employee monitoring is automatic and passive. It's not primarily security or data loss prevention. Platforms like Terramine focuses heavily on insider threat detection, keystroke logins, and blocking risk behavior, while workforce monitoring tools like TimeChamp include some security visibility flaggings, unusual file transfers, or access patterns. The primary goal is productivity intelligence, not surveillance, and it's not a project management tool. Asana and MondayMorning.com track tasks and deadlines. Employee monitoring tracks the work behavior behind those tasks. Yes, and this is not a niche market anymore. The global employee monitoring software market was valued at $2.3 billion in 2023 and is growing at a compound annual growth rate of 14%. Yes, by 2024, 78% of large enterprises and companies with over 1,000 employees reported using some form of monitoring technology. Yes, that's up from just 43% in 2019. Why? Because the workforce visibility gap we talked about earlier is not going away. Remote work, hybrid schedules, distributed teams across time zones, these are now permanent realities. Yes, friends. And without monitoring software, managers are flying blind. Do you agree? Yes. Now let's get specific. What exactly are those platforms tracking? And more importantly, why does each capability matters operationally? Modern employees monitoring software combines 6 core feature categories. Each addresses a different dimensions of workforce visibility. Let's break them down. First one, application and website tracking. This is the foundation of most monitoring platforms. The software logs every application opened and every website visited, timestamped and categorized. TimeChamp, for example, automatically classifies URLs and apps as productive, unproductive, and neutral based on job role and company policy. Second one, activity time and idle time measurements. The software detects keyboard strokes, mouse movements, and clicks to distinguish between the actual working times from breaks, meetings, or away from desk periods. Third one, screenshots and activity timelines. This is the most controversial feature, but it serves specific operational purpose. Platforms can capture periodic screenshots every 5 minutes, every 30 minutes, are triggered by specific events. Fourth one, attendance and hour tracking instead of manual timesheets. The software automatically logs when employee starts and stops their activity, tracks shifts adherence, and flags overtime. Fifth, productivity analytics and scoring. This is where monitoring becomes intelligence. The software agreed all tracked data into predictive scores, benchmarks individuals against team averages, and identifies trends over time. Sixth one, reporting and alert. Manager dashboard surface real-time workforce data, while automated alerts flag anomalies, unusual work patterns, attendance violations, exclusive idle times, or policy breaches. Interesting? Yes. These are the 6 core features of TimeChamp. A marketing agency with 43 employees implemented application tracking and discovered their design team spent an average of 90 minutes per day in Slack and email. Not because they were distracted, but because client communication workflow were fragmented. They consolidated communication channels and reclaimed nearly 8 billable hours per designer per week. That's the operational value, not surveillance, but workflow intelligence. Now that we understand what employee monitoring software tracks, let's talk about why organizations actually deploy it. Because here is the reality. Companies aren't implementing monitoring just to watch people work. They are solving specific operational problems that directly impacts revenue, complaints, and workforce. Let's start with professional service and agencies. Law firms, consulting groups, marketing agencies, accounting firms. These organizations live and die by billable hours. Am I correct? Yes. But here is the problem. They face, without accurate time tracking, utilization rates typically hover around 60 to 65%. Employees monitoring software solves this by automatically tracking which application and documents employees work in, correlating that activity to specific client projects. A mid-sized consulting firm we analyzed increased their utilization rate from 67% to 87%. That is within 4 months. Simply by having accurate data on where time was actually going. That's an additional 90 billable minutes per every employee per day. For 50% firm billing $150 per hour, that translates to over 2.7 million in recovered annual revenue. Sounds interesting? Yes. One SaaS company with 120 remote employees discovered that 18% of their contracted hours were being overrated or over-reported, not necessarily maliciously, but through time zones, confusion, and manual timesheet errors. Fixing that saved them $43,000 quarterly. Yes, dollars. It's $43,000 quarterly. A business process outsourcing company with 340 employees across 3 locations was facing client complaint about billing accuracy and project delays. Within 6 months, They reduced unproductive time by 23%, improving client billing accuracy from 91% to 98%, and decreased project timelines overruns by 31%. Amazing, right? Yes. Now we need to address the elephant in the room: privacy, ethics, and legal compliance. Because here is the reality: employee monitoring software is very powerful. It collects detailed data about how people spend their work hours. And with that power comes legitimate concerns about privacy, trust, and legal obligations that organizations absolutely must address proactively. Here is what the research shows. In 2022 Harvard Business Review study found that employees who were informed about monitoring systems and understood their business purpose reported 31% higher trust in the management compared to who discovered monitoring after deployment. Transparent monitoring maintains trust. Secret surveillance destroys it. One mid-sized professional service firm we studied, about 180 employees implemented TimeChamp with complete transparency. They held team meetings explaining the business need, improving project profitability tracking, and ensuring client billing accuracy. Results: implementation proceeded with a minimal resistance. Employee survey 6 months later showed no discrepancies in the job satisfaction scores, and the firm achieved their goal. Billable utilization increased from 64% to 71%. So here is your ethical implementation framework. Number 1. Establish legitimate business purpose. We want to monitor is not enough. We need to verify remote work attendance for payroll accuracy, or we must track data access for SOC 2 compliance. Those are legitimate purpose. Number 2. Implement proportionate monitoring. Collect what you need, not everything you can. If you need to verify work hours, you do not need keystrokes logging. Number 3. Provide clear employee notification, written policies, signed acknowledgements, ongoing communications. This helps really. Yes. 4th one, protect collected data, access controls, retention limits, security measures, employee data access rights. Yes. 5th one, review policies regularly. As your organization evolves, as regulations change, as technology capabilities expand, revisit whether your monitoring practices remain appropriate. So, you have decided employee monitoring makes sense for your organization. Now comes for a harder question. How do you actually choose the right platform and deploy it, which without creating organizational chaos? Let me walk you through a practical framework that's worked for hundreds of organizations. Let's see. Once you are clear on use case, move to platform evolution. And there are 6 criteria that matters most. Number 1, deployment model. Cloud-based platforms deploy faster and update automatically, but on-premises solutions give you complete data control, critical for organizations in healthcare and finance and government sectors with strict data residency requirements. Second, stealth versus transparent monitoring. Can employees see what's being tracked? Platforms like TimeChamp default to transparent monitoring where employees access their own productivity data. This builds trust trends. Yes, stealth monitoring creates compliance risk and cultural backlash. Third, screenshot frequency and storage. Continuous screenshots generates massive storage costs and feel invasive. Fourth, reporting depth. Can you filter by department? project or custom groups? Can managers see teams' trends without accessing individual employee timelines? Fifth, integrations. Does it connect with your payroll system, like HR platforms or project management tools? Six, pricing model. Per user per month is standard, but watch for hidden costs. Screenshot storage fees, API access charges, premium reporting ties. These are all the 6 critical criteria you need to view very carefully. These are the 6 critical criteria you need to review. Now let's talk implementation, because this is where most deployments fail. Not because of the technology, because of the change management. Best practices: number 1, pilot with management first. How your leadership team uses the platform for 30 days before border rollout. This accomplishment, 2 things. It demonstrates you are not surveilling employees differently than management, and it helps leadership to understand what the data actually shows before they start making decisions with it. Best practices: number 2, communicate the business purpose clearly and repeatedly. Don't be vague. Best practices: number 3, train managers on ethical data use. Give them explicit guidelines. Use aggregate data for process improvement. Individual data only for the performance conversations that includes context. Yes, here is what most people miss about the employees monitoring. We are witnessing a fundamental category shift. What started as surveillance software is evolving into workforce intelligence platforms. Let's map the generations. First generation monitoring. Think 2010 to 2018 was essentially digital surveillance, keystroke logging, constant screenshots, website blocking. The philosophy was control and compliance. Now we'll see about the second generation. Roughly 2018 to present, shifted towards analytics and optimization. Platform like TimeChamp emerged in this wave. Instead of just capturing activity, we started analyzing it. The philosophy changed from catch bad actors to understand workforce patterns. Third generation monitoring. What's emerging right now is moving towards productive workforce intelligence. Are you ready for the change? Yes. What does that actually looks like? 4 key capabilities are defining this next wave. First, burnout predictions through work pattern analysis. Instead of just tracking hours, system analyzes when those hours happens, how fragmented the work is, and whether recovery time exists. Second, automated productivity coaching. Rather than managers reviewing reports, the system itself identifies optimization opportunities. Third, team collaboration analytics, moving beyond individual tracking to understand how teams actually work together. Third, team collaboration analytics, moving beyond individual tracking to understand how teams actually work together. Fourth, focus time optimization, using activity data to identify when employees do their best deep work, then protecting those periods. Now here is the philosophical shift that matters most. We are moving from monitoring to enablement. Traditional monitoring asks, are employees working? Workforce intelligence asks, what's preventing employees from doing their best work? It is the difference between measuring compliance and removing obstacles. A 240-person marketing agency put this into practice. Instead of using monitoring data for performance reviews, they used it to identify workflow frictions. They discovered designers were interrupted an average of 12 times per day by approval requests. They implemented batched review sessions based on this insight. Result: designers' productivity increased massively 27%, and employee satisfaction with monitoring actually improved because they saw it benefiting them. So let's bring this together. Employee monitoring software is not about surveillance for its own sake. It's about restoring the workforce visibility that distributed work eliminated. When 74% of organizations now operate hybrid or remote models, manual observation simply doesn't scale. Yes, you need objective data. The core value comes from three fundamental capabilities: activity tracking that shows you what applications and websites your team actually uses during work hours; productivity analytics that quantify utilization and identify patterns; and attendance verification that confirms who is working when they say they are. Everything else is secondary, but here is what separates successful implementations from problematic ones. That is transparency and purpose. Yes. So here is your next steps. Assess your current workforce visibility gaps honestly. Where are you operating blind? What question can't you answer about remote team productivity? What's the actual business impact of the uncertainty? This defines your monitoring objectives very clearly. Are you trying to improve utilization, verify attendance, identify training needs, support accurate billing? Your objective should drive your platform choice, not the other way around. And if you are looking for a transparent productivity intelligence that balances visibility with trust, explore TimeChamp's approach. See how activity tracking, productivity scoring, and workforce analytics, which can give you the operational visibility you need without turning your workspace into surveillance state. Because in 2026, workforce visibility is not optional anymore. The only question is whether you will approach it thoughtfully or reactively. Choose thoughtfully, choose transparency, and choose tools built for productivity intelligence, not just surveillance. Thanks for watching. Ready to restore workforce visibility without turning your workspace into surveillance state? Explore how TimeChamp's transparent productivity intelligence platform delivers the operational data you need while maintaining your employees' trust. Visit timechamp.io to see activity tracking, productivity analytics, and attendance verification in action, or schedule a demo to discuss your specific workforce visibility challenges. Find the link in the description. Because in 2026, the question is not whether you need monitoring, it's whether you will approach it thoughtfully or reactively. Choose transparency. Choose TimeChamp. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Please scan the QR code and book a dedicated AI delegation audit for your team and organizations. We are offering a 7 days free trial for users. No credit card required. Please subscribe for next informational video. Thank you.